Hi guys, so it's Allie, obviously. I just wanted to do a really quick video because I know everybody's kind of gearing up for their programs that are going to start on Monday. And I think we have a lot of people doing the 21-day fix, but there might be a couple others doing other programs. So I wanted to just give you my advice and what I found work for me on meal planning and shopping to set you guys up for success and make sure you guys start off on the right foot. So every Beachbody program comes with a food guide. It's got recipes. It's got kind of a guide on how many calories they think you should be eating, along with food lists and things like that. Depending on what program you get, that will be more or less detailed, again, depending on what you're doing. The 21-Day Fix is the only program that has a complete, comprehensive, full-on food guide with containers and the whole thing. But throughout all of the Beachbody programs, one of the things that they emphasize and kind of the common thread throughout all of them is clean eating, which means different things to different people. But overall, it's going to mean very few processed foods. You're going to want to focus on foods basically that have as few ingredients as possible. So anyway, so the number one thing you should be doing is going to your Team Beachbody page, because with the challenge pack you get a 30-day free trial to the club membership, which is the on-demand and all that stuff, but it also includes meal planning. And you can go through and choose what kind of meal you want, what kind of foods you don't want to eat, and that kind of thing. They'll give you all kinds of meals and recipes. That's a great resource for you guys to have. They also have something under the Eat Smart tab on the Team Beachbody page called Mishi's Ladder, and that is a whole list of foods broken down by tier, and those tiers are based on how healthy and beneficial those foods are going to be to you. And what I found, and this is what I did with the 21-Day Fix, is they break the 21-Day Fix plan, they'll break it down, as you guys will see in the food guide, by vegetables, fruits, carbohydrates, and things like that. And it's, pretty big lists. And if you were to buy everything on that list, your grocery bill would be insane, and you wouldn't really probably be very happy. So what I did is I went through that list, and you can do the same thing on the Mishi's Ladder, and go through and say, all right, these are the tier 1 foods, which are like the best of the best. Which of these foods do I like to eat? And buy a few of those just to have in your kitchen. Go through, if you're doing 21-Day Fix, go down the vegetable list and say, I like spinach, I like peppers, I like spaghetti squash. That's what I did. I hate kale. I'm not going to eat it. I can't stand it. I've tried it. I don't like it. So I'm not going to eat it. Why would I want to eat it? So there are plenty of other foods that you can eat that are on the plan and that you actually enjoy, and it's going to make you more likely to stay on the program. So that's what I would suggest doing, is going through either on Mishi's Ladder on the Team Beachbody page, or if you're doing 21-Day Fix, go through the food guide and just pick out, you're going to be eating a lot of vegetables. So you want to choose maybe 5 or 6 different kinds of vegetables to have in your kitchen at all times. Same thing with the fruits. My go-to carbs were brown rice, and I'm trying to think, sweet potato, I think, was another one of mine. And I like the Barilla Plus pasta, the Ronzoni Smart Taste pasta. You don't have a lot of those, but just to have a couple of those on hand, they're quick to make and everything like that. So you've got your carbs, your proteins, and you got things like, for your proteins, you want to get things like ground turkey or ground beef, as long as they're really lean, cottage cheese, Greek yogurt if you like that. So just go through and look and say, these are the foods I like, these are the foods I'm going to buy. You don't have to buy everything on the list. There's going to be a list of like 50 gazillion things. You don't have to buy everything on that. It can be a little overwhelming. So just go through and pick and choose and say, when you're going to go to the grocery store, don't even have recipes in mind necessarily. I mean, if you do, that's great. I'm somebody who things get thrown out at the last minute with the kids, and I can think, I've got this great recipe I want to do, and then it doesn't happen, and then I'm lost and I don't know what to make, and then I order a pizza. So this is what I'm going to try and avoid with you guys, is what I found best was to go through and stock my kitchen and say, I have a whole bunch of, hi Trito, I have a whole bunch of proteins and carbs and everything like that, and I'm just going to combine them in a way that sounds good. And I can obviously help try and post some recipes and everything like that and show you kind of how I did that. But I just want to make sure that you guys are prepared and well stocked before your program begins, so that if something does happen, I know a lot of you guys have kids and just chaotic schedules. So if something does happen, that you're prepared and you have something to fall back on. So that's it. So teambeachbody.com, the Eat Smart tab, you've got meal planning available to you for free, and you've got the Mishi's Ladder. And definitely go through your food guide and see if there are things in there that you really like. Go out and get them. Make sure your kitchen is stocked. Make sure you've got a good amount of spices, because that really adds a lot of flavor to your foods. Make sure you've got your olive oil, coconut oil, those things you're not going to be using a ton of, but you're going to still use them for your healthy fat. So that's it. I hope this was helpful, and I can't wait for you guys to start on Monday. Bye.